What's up? What's up? Welcome to my channel. I'm Scola. Today I want to talk about the different yoga modalities, specifically the four most popular practiced yoga styles. So with so many different yoga modalities out there and new ones being created every day, it can be hard to know what they are, what their benefits are, and why you should practice them, when you should practice them. So I'll start with number one. Hatha Yoga. Ha meaning sun, Ta meaning moon, represents living in the duality of life. So when you're practicing this style of yoga, when you're practicing the asanas, their poses, you're learning to live in the strengthening and the relaxation, the rooting and the rising. So you're learning to find the middle of both and learning how to just settle and find peace there. Hatha Yoga, you generally hold the poses anywhere from 5 to 15 breaths. It's a lot slower than, say, Vinyasa, which is the most widely practiced, at least here in the States, because of our speed-centric society. It looks a little bit different. And I would say that Hatha is a bit more of a moving meditation, and I personally love it the most because you're able to actually feel into the poses. You're there for a certain amount of breath, so you're able to feel how the pose should be in your body alignment-wise and how it should look alignment-wise in your particular body, because no two bodies are the same, so one pose should not look the same going across. I think that Hatha is really great for beginners for that reason, because they're able to actually discover what the poses are supposed to feel like, what the names are, and kind of learn to relate the pose to the name, so that way when they do venture to a faster paced class like Vinyasa, they're not like, what's next? What was that? What am I doing? I also think it is fantastic for experienced yogis because there's so much to Hatha. It's not just the poses. Hatha itself has 8 limbs or categories that branch off from it, starting with the yamas, which is things that you should avoid doing, like avoiding causing any harm to anybody, anything, including yourself, in thought, in action, in words. And the niyamas, which is observances. And then you have your actual asanas or poses, meditation, and so on and so forth. So everything leads up to the next, and getting to that place of samadhi or total bliss, just realizing and recognizing that you are one with everything, everything is one with you. There is no such thing as other, because it is all connected. So it is such a beautiful practice, and really is a true, complete spiritual practice. Now, when we move on to Vinyasa, Vinyasa is a lot faster paced. Vinyasa meaning moving with the breath. So instead of settling into the pose for, X amount of breaths, you're inhaling to one pose, exhaling to another pose, inhaling to another pose, exhaling to another pose. So it's a lot swifter and actually builds a lot more cardio, gets your heart pumping, builds a lot of heat. And people think that Vinyasa is just more strengthening than Hatha, but try holding Warrior 2 for 10 or 15 breaths and tell me you're not sweating. So even though, yes, it is a lot faster, again, I don't personally feel like you're able to settle into the poses, really feel the full benefit of the relaxation or the full benefit of the stretch. And I don't think that it's as flexibility or strength building as Hatha is, because again, I just think it's more cardio focused, and in itself it can be a bit of a moving meditation. I think it's better for intermediate and advanced yogis to practice, because you really have to have good control over your breath and a very good understanding of what the poses are and how the alignments should feel in your body based on your body structure. Then there's Yin. I love Yin Yoga. It's one of my favorites. That I kind of call it a guided yogic nap. It's pretty rare that you get off the floor in Yin Yoga, and you're really not supposed to engage your muscles. It's really about working with the Chinese energy meridians that move throughout the body. You you settle into a certain pose that will create blockages in areas, and you hold that for a while. So say you're in a twist, you're blocking that hip flow of energy. And so almost like a dam in a river, all of this energy is trying to get to that block, and it's just building up and it's building up and it's building up. So then by the time you release that twist, it pushes through the dam and kind of breaks through, reopening that energetic area. So it's really great if you have traumas, or if you have blocked energy in your body, or if you have injuries, or just practiced really hard workout the day before. This really helps to clear away blockages, traumas, helps you to really let go in your joints and your ligaments, and again, working in that subtle, cooler, energetic side of the body. Yin is really great for beginners to advanced yogis alike. It doesn't look like much is happening. From the outside, it looks super boring. It looks like you could just fall asleep, but literally so much is happening beneath the surface in Yin Yoga, and I'd say it's the most effective at clearing traumas and energetic blocks in your body. The most by far. I've had amazing, amazing healings happen from practicing Yin. Then the fourth, last but not least, and not the only last one in yoga, is restorative. Restorative is so nice and relaxing and super, super, super grounding. It is fairly similar to Yin in that you hold the poses for a long time, though, whereas Yin, you hold the poses, say, 1 to 10 minutes. In restorative, you hold the poses, I would say maybe a minimum of 5, but more likely a minimum of 10 to even 20 or 30 minutes. And it is super, super, super supported. You'll have bolsters, blocks, blankets. You literally don't want to be using anything in your body to hold a pose. You just want to be able to fully let go and relax completely into whatever position you're holding. So that's why you need to be super supported with the things around you. And again, just like Yin, it really works on the subtle energetic body, allowing you to fully release in like the joints and the ligaments and the energy meridians. This is really amazing to practice in bed. I practice restorative in bed a lot because I have all my pillows nearby and stuff like that, and rolled up blankets. And that really helps to just wind your whole body down and super ground, so that way you're ready for a nice deep sleep. And sometimes if I wake up, if I have insomnia in bed, I'll just practice a few restorative poses with some deep breathing and then go right back to sleep, because literally it works. And just like the Yin and Hatha, I'd say that restorative is really great for beginners and advanced yogis alike, just to really help you ground and relax in your body and in your practice. So I personally believe that being a purist and only practicing one style of yoga is just, that's all ego. That's your ego, and that's not going to be beneficial to your body or to your practice. So I think it's extremely crucial for you to learn and practice all these different modalities, so that way you can learn when, how, and why to implement them into your practice based on what your needs are. So like I said, I will couple Yin with Hatha, and like Hatha mixed with Vinyasa, which creates Hatha Vinyasa creates like a Hatha flow. So it's some faster paced movements, and I hold poses for a while, go back to some faster pace, etc. I'll combine Yin with like Hatha and Hatha flow for morning, starting with the Yin and working up to build that energy, giving me more energy and motivation for my day. And then I will reverse that in the evening time, doing a faster pace, starting from standing, and then work my way down to Yin or even a restorative. Again, I'm dictating and moving my energy towards being restful so I can have a nice, good sleep. And in the middle of the day, it'll be more of a hatha flow style, stronger practice because I want to stay awake, keep my body alert. So these are all the things that I have discovered that have been super beneficial when creating my own personal yoga flows at home. If you have found any benefit from any of these practices or learning the different ones and how to implement them, leave a comment, tell me how. If you'd like to learn how to do this more, let me know in the comments. These are things I can definitely address more. And I'm also creating an online yoga program that will help you go from confused and lost with all these different modalities to practice to knowledgeable and confident when it comes to building a flow that's designed to your needs and what you need at that time of day or whichever, so you feel totally confident building that and not needing to rely on videos or books or go to classes that don't fully meet what it is your body is craving or your mind is craving in that time. So let me know if you're interested. I'm here for you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.